Welcome to this training mission, devoted to the air-to-ground capabilities of the MiG15bis. This aircraft is capable of using dumb bombs and guns against various types of ground targets. For training purposes, your aircraft is equipped with unlimited bombs and cannon rounds. While the MiG-15 is capable of bombing, it isn't its primary role. As a result, it lacks a dedicated bomb mode for the site. Effective bomb usage requires skilled visual aiming and extensive practice. Press the spacebar to continue. Typically, the imaginary line drawn from the pilot's eyes to the small bulge on the nose serves as the line of sight. The best bombing results are usually achieved during steep dives. Let's prepare our workspace accordingly. First, position yourself higher than usual. To do this, press right shift plus right control plus num8 to move the view camera up. Once you have done that, press the spacebar. Next, you need to lean forward more than a bit to make the nose bulge clearly visible. However, we won't do this right now. Before that, we need the instruments to be visible as we approach the diving point in space at required speed and altitude. The targets for today's lesson have been placed on the abandoned airfield, which is formed by a pair of crossed runways. The target site will be slowly passing along our left side at a distance. Once it reaches the central canopy frame bar, lean forward closer to the side glass. Pull back on the throttle, roll down the left ring and dive to the target. Press the spacebar and we'll continue with the deeds. Maintain 2000 meters of altitude at 400 kilometers per hour. And when the target touches the frame bar, press 7 to switch to the air-to-ground mode. Lean forward to remove the obstruction of the view line to the nose of the aircraft. Move the throttle back to idle, roll left and dive to the target. Level the wings in advance, thus being able to point the end of the imaginary line of sight below the target. And wait until the target is finally aligned with it. Drop the bombs at 8-10 meters. Right hold plus space. All clear? Press spacebar and be ready to take control. arms away. Smoothly increase RPM and climb for the next one. Remember that abrupt and fast throttle inputs may end up with the engine stall. Target hit. Press 1 to return to the nav mode and reset view by pressing num5. Now we are ready to practice the cannery against ground targets. The new ground targets have just been added to the southern ends of their runways. Climb to the altitude of 10-1500 meters. Press 7 to switch to the air-to-ground mode. Okay, the MiG15bis is equipped with a mighty 37mm cannon and two 23mm guns. 3 corresponding red lights are located on the weapon panel below the instruments and read when the guns are ready. Using the left control bar space combination, you can choose between firing 2 smaller caliber guns, 1 larger caliber gun, or all guns at once. Make a choice of your own and press the space bar to continue. At the moment the target reaches your 10 o'clock, pull the throttle back to idle and dive over the left wing. Do not exceed 600 km per hour in a dive. Use B to deploy the air brake when needed. Note that gun firing with a fixed reticle on the side glass does not provide a valuable aiming solution. The pilot must assess and adjust the aiming point by considering the bullet fall. Fire a short burst space to check the aiming error. Readjust aim as needed and fire the full burst for effect on target. Good job. Target hit. Proceed with the remaining targets or press escape to exit the lesson. And you may restart the lesson by pressing left shift plus R.